Hello and welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook and this is the next in my series looking at the armour changes to tanks in 9.12. So today we're looking at the premium 8,8 centimetre or the 88 Pack 43 Jagdtiger. It's a premium German tank destroyer. So yeah, it's had a few changes, so let's have a look. I'll start on the right hand side of the screen is a pre-recorded version of Tank Inspector, and on the left hand side of the screen is a current live version 9.12 of Tank Inspector. I'll start the pre-recording and we'll go to the colorized view. You will notice the tanks are out of dimension with each other. That is due to my pre-recording process, which I apologize for. So they are pretty much the same dimension. Now the lower plate and the upper plate are pretty much the same. Lower plate 120, upper plate 150, no changes there, except that you'll notice the machine gun port has been removed. So that weakness from the front of the upper plate has been removed. The machine gun port was previously the same as the lower plate at 120 millimeters, but now it's a consistent 150 millimeters right across the front of the tank. So that's a minor buff there. Now, moving into these areas, the mantlet has been significantly strengthened. So and it's moved up a little bit, so it's not doesn't come down quite as low as it used to, but it goes up higher than it used to. It looks here like it's nowhere near as wide as it was, but you'll notice the whole tank looks wider, and that's just because of what I said, it's out of proportion. I think it is pretty much the same width as before. So it was, for example, on this blue section, it was 150 millimeters of spaced armor overlaying 80 underneath. Well, now it's 210 overlaying 80. So the spaced arm, the actual mantlet itself, is substantially thicker there. You can see it's 60 mils thicker than it was previously. Just moving right along here, and we'll get a little bit. The pink inside section there was a straight 240 mils, and is still, well, it's now currently 250 mils. So that's gone up 10 mils, that inner section there. And we get to the pink section here, you can see it was 240 mil over 80 once again, and here we have 250 mils over 150 mils, so virtually impenetrable. It was pretty much impenetrable before anyway, but now it's even more impenetrable. The other thing to note though with the mantlet now, as we get to this section here, this little sort of the brown strip you can see there just above the mantlet was only 150 millimeters thick, although it came up equivalent to 83. But now the mantlet completely covers that area, and in fact that area just doesn't seem to exist anymore. And so we can see here we've still got the 250 over the 150. If we go right up the top, it's the 250 over 250. So for people who like to just have the gun pointing over the top of the hill, or out of a dip, so they can only see the top half of your tank, it probably is a stronger tank now than it used to be. I'll continue the recording, and just having a bit more of a look at the mantlet armor there as we go through. So it is very, very strong. I'll move to the side of the tank here now. So the side of the tank is the same as it used to be, which is not much. About, what is it, that 60 mil or 80 mil? 80 mil. And the lower tracks still provide 40 mils of protection. But you can see here there is also some, I'll just stop that for a second. There's also a little bit of additional armor here. That's going to be a piece of track, which is taking it from 80 up to 100 millimeters, so getting extra 20, no big deal. The back of the tank, yeah, is basically exactly the same. The only other change is to the roof of the tank. So previously the back deck and top deck were 40 millimeters, and they still are. And the roof of the tank was also 40 millimeters, but now the roof of the tank is in fact 45 millimeters. So 5 more millimeters to the roof of the tank. Once again, no big deal there. And on the other side of the tank, you can see we've got 2 pieces of track, giving a little bit of additional armor. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed the review of the 88 Pack 43 Jagdtiger. If you'd like to see more, please give it please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to ReginaldESQ. Have fun.